Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to Love Bites, a show where I'll be giving you my top 5 dating tips as well as sharing with you some of my dating disasters, just to make you all feel better about yourselves. We've all been there, sat at a date with an awkward guy and he's whittering on about himself and you're just thinking, how can I get out of this? Well, never again be in that position, because here are my top 5 excuses to leave the date early. I'm going to start with the old allergy trick. Oh, maybe the pasta has parsley in it. Can't eat that. Does the cocktail have strawberries in? No, I'm allergic to strawberries. Oh, does that pot have grass in it? Can't go on grass. Oh, I'm actually quite allergic to air. Then you can shoot home in search of your EpiPen and no harm is done. Now, what I do on dates, if I don't think I'm going to like someone, I will always kind of like pre-warn them that I'm going to be leaving early so they're not surprised and annoyed when you do leave. I say I have to get up at 5 a.m. for a shoot or whatever. So if you do like them, it's fine. You can just stay and be like, oh, it's fine, I'll just be tired. But if you don't like them, just get to go home and have a nice lie-in, because you are not getting up at 5. 2, the all-time classic, the mid-date phone call. Now, this is a great one if you want to get out of the date, if you have the guts to do it. Firstly, all you need to do is get a friend to call you about 30 minutes into the date, and then your phone rings, and then, oh, has Grandma locked herself into the cupboard again? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's been 2 days. Yeah, better, okay. I'm really sorry, I've got to go. Grandma's locked herself into a cupboard. I mean, that story is ridiculous. I'm sure you can think of a better idea than that. I actually have never had the guts to do that, and I see it a lot in movies and my friends say they've done it, but I've just never had the guts to lie to someone's face like that. So if anyone can teach me how to lie. 3, how to lose a guy in 10 minutes. Now, I think this is definitely one of my favourite ones, because what you're really doing is playing on men's fears about women. So I want you to go on the date, I want you to burp, I want you to fart, I want you to talk about how beautiful your children would be, and actually what you want to name them, because that's really important. I want you to talk about what your wedding will look like, when you're going to meet his parents, when you're going to meet his grandparents, how great your exes were. I mean, I genuinely could go on. You do all that and I guarantee he'll be running out of that restaurant in no time at all, and you can have a beautiful night with your spaghetti carbonara, which is honestly my favourite dish ever. And it's really low fat. It's not. Now, my last boyfriend, who I was with for about 2 years, he only told me this like a year into when we were going out, but on our first date, I didn't really realise that you shouldn't really talk about exes on the first date. And I think I asked him why they broke up. I think I was drunk, so that must have been why. But luckily he did want to see me again, but maybe don't ask them that. 4, you're feeling ill. Now this one is very simple. All you need to do is say you're really not feeling good and you're probably going to be sick at any moment, and let's be honest, he's not going to want you to chunder all over him, because that is not sexy. You have to be careful with this one though, because in case you're with a clinger, he might want to come back home with you and hold your hair up whilst you puke or something. Now, my story with this one. I had a date on a Friday night and I got really, really drunk. I was really sick the next day, and then I had a date the next night. That must have been a good year for me, because that never happens. And I had a glass of red wine on the second night, I didn't really like the guy, but I thought to get over my hangover I'd have another drink, because that's normally the best way to cope with it. And I basically had the wine, and then I ran to the bathroom and I puked up the whole glass of red wine, and then went back and sat with him, and he just had no idea. And last but not least, if in doubt, just be absolutely mental. Men are freaked out by crazy, insane women. Just say you can hear aliens calling you in your sleep, you speak to animals, your mum and dad are robots, you are here from the future and you have to run home because your time machine is about to run out, and then you can't get back to the 1920s, which is where you're from. Boy, I'm talking fast. Do you get the message? I'm actually acting quite mental right now. Well, there you go. My top 5 excuses to leave a date early. You are welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to see more of me on Pretty Upfront. And I have to go now because I've actually got a date.